Okay guys, so as promised, here is my Let's Play for the day. Hang on, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna have to restart the game here in a minute for my graphic stuff to take effect. So, okay, back. Game itself. Pretty simple control setup. Yep, okay. So I will be right back after I restart the game. Okay. Game. Oops, graphics, yeah. Okay. So, quick before I start, you guys might be wondering, where the hell's Mirror's Edge? All the footage I have recorded is on my other computer, that doesn't have internet right now, so I can't transfer it back to my main one. So, that's a no-go until I get internet on my second computer, and can get that footage off there. But for now, here's Penumbra Overture. And for those of you that don't know, this comes from Frictional Games, which actually did Amnesia, so prepare for a scared shitless storyline. Let's just go normal. So yes, it is a survival horror in the same fashion as Amnesia. A little newer though. Well, not newer. It's actually an older game, but it's based in the... Can't think of the right words to say. It's based in the 2000s, not the 1800s.
His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic past in which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and said the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
So, if you didn't catch that, basically his father died and he left him a safety deposit box with some instructions and vague references to some place in northern Greenland. And he booked a flight, he left, and now he's on a boat. I'm on a boat! Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but the chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse. Let me try this in real life. Bottle. Left mouse. No? Didn't think so. And I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Whoa, okay. Still not high enough. Jesus. There we go. Always have a good note. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and reminders. So, I think I left my torch in the desk drawer on the bed. It can be opened using left mouse on it. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, basically the same. What do you want? Go away. Oh, there's. So yeah, you can use this indefinitely. Like this basically, if your flashlight runs out of battery, you can use this indefinitely. Hang on, that's a little too high. Just like the mouse movement itself. Let's try 2.2. That's better. Okay. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you... Oh, jeez. You can pause this and read it if you want to. Ooh, more Jack Daniels. Chair, get out of my way. I want my fucking Jack. Okay. Soup. Okay. As I stepped off the boat, stepping out in the blizzard that formed around me, realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost the feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started to look for shelter. Okay. So cold. Don't know where I am. I need shelter soon. So, obviously, he's about to die. You can tell. My entire head went numb long ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past, or is that some kind of animal instinct? So what you need is a rock. Gotta find a rock. I better find one. I died the first time I ever did this. There. Have to go grab a rock. If you don't get down there soon enough, you will die. Like, it happened to me. It was so upsetting. Oh, okay. That was just confusing. Most pointless, like, portion of a game ever. Ow. So, if you hadn't figured it out... Actually, I think you will in just a minute. I think you will figure out what just happened here in a minute. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although, looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? So, that's why you, like, heard that sound. So, okay. There's a flare. So you get so many sources of light in this game, it's really not funny. So, okay. Yeah. Hammer. Let's see, I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make it swing back by pulling the mouse right, and then following through by pushing left. The opposite works too. So we're gonna set that to number 1. And flashlight, I think I prefer this versus the flashlight. Make sure there's nothing here. So, the goal is, this door is locked. There's something in the way. Okay. There's something up here, it looks like. Yes. So, oh Jesus fucking, what is that? I don't know if I want to open that now. How do we get out? Okay, just like that. Apparently I can't go back up through there. So that's way, yeah. So you weren't supposed to go there first. You are supposed to go somewhere else. Where? What? Oh, now I'm lost. Alright. Found it. So, somewhere in here there is a thing to put in there to turn. I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's just that piece of what? Okay. Whatever I was descending into was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency service is the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids. Knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. That little second paragraph reminds me of Smith from, like, from, okay. Storage room. Let's go down here. You'll figure out what the enemies are here in a few minutes. Yeah, so there's somebody on the other side of the door. Obviously not freaky at all. Oh yeah, here's the lighter.